So the first card you have for your past is the Four of Swords. So I'm seeing you just being really, this man's just lying down. He's just resting. I think you were just ready for a break. You were just really exhausted. You were just ready to rest. And yeah, this might sound a bit strange, but I'm seeing chasing. I think you had to sort of chase someone or even check up on someone, follow them around, make sure they were doing something that they were supposed to do or something like that. And I don't think you were doing this chasing for your sake. I think it was for other people's sake as well, if that makes sense. I think you weren't the only person who was affected by them, and you weren't the only person who had to kind of make sure that they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. I'm seeing you getting really frustrated around this person, and I think you've been dealing with them all year actually, and that's why you had to have a rest. You were just exhausted. And I think I think what you were doing is at this time you're just probably taking a break from all of this stress that this person brought you. And I'm also seeing you just kind of resting on the situation as well, if that makes sense, thinking about what you're going to do about it. I just think that this was a really tough situation that kind of went on for the whole year, and you really didn't want this situation to kind of flow over into the next year. So, if this resonates, I think what you might be doing is you might be having to set up some rules or something like that around this situation, around this person. And you might have to really, really stick to those rules, because I think this could be someone who turns things into chaos or doesn't treat other people's boundaries or needs very seriously. They kind of do whatever they want, and you have to keep trying to kind of chase them up and tell them what they should be doing. It's very, very, very frustrating. But yes, you're just taking a break from all of that, and you're just sitting around thinking, how can I make this situation better for next year? I do not want to have this stress next year. That's what I'm seeing you are doing. So the next card you have, your past, is the Knight of Wands. So yes, this person who you had to keep on checking up on, I think they might actually be your ex, I think. And yeah, what I'm seeing is this person likes to go from a person to person, from relationship to relationship very, very quickly. And maybe when you were with this person, that's how your relationship started with them. I'm seeing someone who's just so in love at the beginning of a relationship, and they can't, they can be very, very fiery, very passionate, but it's like they can't bear for that stage to end. It's like they're always chasing this kind of very early stage, or the feeling of the very early stage in a relationship. And when this dies down, they either run away, or they become very distant and very emotionally unavailable. And that causes the other person to kind of back off and not be happy in the situation. So it's that's what they're like. They're not very mature. They kind of jump from one to the other person. But you weren't chasing them for romantic reasons, definitely not. Definitely not. You were trying to get them to face up to their actions, or get them to try to get them to actually do what they're supposed to be doing. I can't explain that in any other way. That's just what I'm seeing. I don't know how else to explain that. And this was really exhausting. It was really exhausting for you. So yeah, obviously you'd moved on emotionally from this person. The only emotion you were feeling around them was frustration. But, they still had you in a position where you were thinking about them. No matter whether you were frustrated or happy or sad or whatever, you were still thinking about them. They were still inside your mind, and that was driving you crazy as well. You would love to just never have to think of them ever again. But I think you were very, very determined. You were very determined to change this in the new year. There was just no way. There was no way that you were going to put up with another year of this kind of frustration and this kind of exhaustion. And I think they might have just been through a breakup just now, just like very recently, even in the last week or the last few days, maybe even today or yesterday. it's very, very recent, or they're on the verge of breaking up with someone. That's what I'm seeing. I just saw that. So, yeah, they were trying to, I think they had a relationship and they're just breaking up. But, you know, they weren't able to control their life. They were trying to get their life under control and they weren't able to. And obviously not now, they're not able to. They're just broken up with someone. That's what I'm seeing. You know, if you look at this knight, he's trying to control this horse, and this horse is jumping all over the place. And now a plane's going past. Can you believe it? Why are you going past here? Yeah, so this person has just, I think, yeah, they've just broken up with someone and they're feeling completely out of control of their lives. But I think they are an out of control kind of person, because I've seen that in the Four of Swords. They kind of drove you crazy with you trying to kind of catch up to them and tell them what they should have been doing. They need people around them telling them what to do. That's what I'm getting around this. So the last card you have for your past is Temperance. So, yeah, I think you are definitely using this break to try and get your life back into some kind of balance. This card can be about a turning point. It can be about turning a not so good situation into a better one. And I think you will do that. You will improve a lot of things in your life, including your stress levels once you set up these rules. I'm also seeing you taking care of someone else, or watching someone else, watching someone grow, watching someone learn, watching someone improve. You might be teaching someone, or you might have been taking care of someone. And I think this is a very smart person. And I can see you having to adjust your life to be around them, or adjust your life around their life, or something like that. But you're happy to do that. I don't think you were bothered by that. And you're trying to keep up with them, if that makes sense. I think you love this person, and I'm seeing you helping, teaching, taking care of this person. That's what I'm seeing. So this is really nice. You're just having a nice, peaceful time. And I think that you might have been saying to yourself, I'm going to improve my life. I'm going to get into a better, more balanced position in my life. Not only to help me, but to help this other person that I'm taking care of. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is the King of Wands. So, okay, I'm seeing something quite specific here, and it probably will only resonate with a few people, but I'll just say that anyway. Hopefully it will go out to the right person. So I'm seeing two relationships. I'm seeing that you were with this axe that I'm seeing in the Four of Swords, and then after that you were with someone else who was a little bit backwards and forwards with you, and then you were with another person and you could still be with this person. So what I'm seeing is you need to be very careful around this person if this is resonating with you. They might be another kind of a person like this axe who rushes in and out of relationships, and they might be someone who likes to even play around a bit. So just be very careful around this person. You have the Knight of Wands and you have the King of Wands as well, both player types in the same reading. And the other thing is you've also had a really, really rough year. I can see that, a really exhausting year, a stressful year. You're probably still feeling a little bit tired, a little bit vulnerable, and those things are not a very good recipe. They're not very good ingredients to put into a recipe. The Knight of Wands and the King of Wands and you being tired and vulnerable. No, it just does not work very well. And I think, I just have to say this as something to watch out for. I just have to tell you this. I couldn't not tell you this. So yeah, your instincts might be telling you this. And if they are, please follow your instincts. I always say that you should do that anyway, but really, please follow them. The next card you have for your present is the Nine of Cups. So yes, here we are. I don't want to be negative, but this is what I'm seeing. The man in this card looks as if he has a lot to offer someone. He has, he looks like he has passion. He has this kind of red feather in his hat. He looks like he's fun. He's smiling. He probably likes nice food as well, by the look of him. And he has these very valuable, beautiful golden cups behind him. Looks like a good catch, right? Yes, no, there's something hiding behind this curtain. He is hiding something, so no, he's not a good catch. There's something that this man is not telling us. He looks a little bit smug, and he probably thinks he can get away with not telling us things. He can get away with us thinking that he has all these amazing things, and he's a beautiful catch for us, and he's wonderful. Yeah, if this resonates, and if there's anything that's bothering you about this person, and if your instincts are trying to tell you something, don't push these feelings aside. Do not hide these feelings behind the rug or behind a curtain. Look at what you see realistically. Ask yourself, what is really going on here? What are my instincts trying to tell me? You might be thinking, oh, I feel a bit unsure here. Something's not quite right. They're out a bit late. Why is that? Oh, no, they're probably just, sleeping or whatever. I'm trying to text them and they're not answering me. And they've been out for, I don't know, they haven't answered me for like 2 days. What's going on? Oh, they're probably busy. Come on. Don't do that. If there's anything that your instincts are telling you to watch out for, please look at them realistically. Do not hide those things. Do not brush them aside. Don't push any of these feelings that you're having aside. Examine them and really think about them. The last card you have for your present is the Page of Pentacles. So, yes, you want stability. You want stability. That's what you truly want. You want stability with someone. That's what you want to have. That's what you aspire to have. Like this page, he's aspiring. Pages are like teenagers. They aspire to do things. It's like when someone says, "Oh, I'm an aspiring actor." It means they're not really an actor, but they're wanting to be an actor. There's nothing wrong with that. So this page aspires to have stability because he's looking up at this coin. And he's admiring it. He thinks it's absolutely beautiful. He wants it. So please at least take things very, very slowly with whoever it is you are seeing. I am not seeing a lot of stability around this person, and stability is what you want. So you are over this ex, I can see that, but there might be some things that you still need to heal from. Sometimes, it can take years to heal from relationships, bad relationships. I'm not saying it's going to take you years, but take your time. You might still not be strong enough to actually be able to discern between the genuine people and the other people, the other kinds of people. I don't mean that as an insult. I don't mean that don't know what you're doing, you can't make decisions. I don't mean that. You're a strong person, you're a capable person. But it can take a long time sometimes to shake off a bad relationship situation, and it can make it very difficult for us to make those kinds of decisions when we're still under that kind of energy. And you have been under that kind of energy because you have been following them around, chasing them. I've seen that in the Four of Swords. So they've been around you. Their energy has been around you. So it's even harder for you. It's not like you're still trying to get over things. It's like you're trying to get over things, and you are over things, but they're still around you even. They've been around you all year, or you've had to kind of talk to them for some reason and chase them around. So no wonder it's taken you a long time to kind of get yourself back together and get your kind of mind back together and get your stability back together and get your sense of self back together. It's going to take some time to do that. So please take some time out. Please take things slowly at least. Just take your time. Just take your time. That's all I have to say about that. The first card you have for your future is the Queen of Swords. So yes, again, this is how you're going to have to be for a while, or you might have to be for a while. like the Queen of Swords. Protect yourself as much as you can. Now, I don't want you to feel paranoid that you're around a kind of a murderer or anything terrible like that. You know, you're not. But you're around someone who I am seeing is who might not be very stable. If this is resonating with you, they might not be very stable. They might like to play around a bit. Their eyes might like to wander a bit. And they might be someone who likes to kind of have the nice fun bit of the relationship and then run away before it gets too serious. If you want stability, which is what I'm seeing you want in the Page of Pentacles, this is not the person for you, if this resonates with you. So protect yourself. And I think also you're going to have to take more time out to heal, I think, before you can actually be serious with anyone, really. You know, people sometimes see the Queen of Swords as a widow. She's been through a huge amount in her life. She's been through a lot in her life, and so have you. She's gained a lot of wisdom, and this wisdom's given her freedom. So, you know, there are butterflies on this beautiful Queen's crown, and butterflies symbolize transformation, freedom, all of that kind of thing. So I think taking some time out to heal, to learn more about yourself and to grow stronger in yourself, this is going to give you more freedom. This is what's going to give you freedom. When you have strength in yourself, you have freedom. You have freedom in the knowledge that when you choose someone or you choose something, it's going to be the right thing. Because it's coming from the right place. It's coming from your true self, and it's coming from a stable place. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your future is the Five of Wands. So yes, you're going to start to really, really take control of things. Fantastic. You're going to become the Queen of Swords. So you're going to really take control of things. Maybe not physically at this time. I think you might be waiting until the new year to kind of physically take action, but you're taking control in your mind. You're starting to think, right, how can I do this? How can I take control of this? What can I do? And yeah, I always see this as the mess card. So everyone's fighting. There's no leader. Nobody's in charge. Nobody is in control. And you're going to take control. That's what I'm seeing. And it's all over this reading that you're going to take control over things. You've already started to do that. You've already started to think about these rules around this person in the Four of Swords. And now you're going to think about what you're going to do around this person in the Nine of Cups and everything else. So, you know, you're going to really start to listen to your voice, listen to yourself, listen to what you want. And as I was seeing in the Queen of Swords, I think it's going to take you a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of work to get to that point where you're very, very strong, like the Queen of Swords. But, you know, if you're determined, and I'm seeing that you are in this card, you are definitely going to get there. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your future is the Hierophant. So, yeah, again, I'm seeing listening to yourself. This is about listening to your inner self. This is about listening to your higher self. That's what I see with the Hierophant. I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself, but really this is taking this to another level, a different level again from the Queen of Swords. So in the Queen of Swords, you're becoming stronger, you're knowing yourself, you're becoming wiser, you know kind of who to accept and who not to accept, and you're becoming very discerning. In the Hierophant, this is all about you becoming very spiritually aware and rising to another level spiritually. I'm seeing this is going to be a very, very important turning point for you in your life, and I didn't think this was going to be this important, but it actually is. Whether you decide to stay with this love connection or not, I don't know, but you are going to become so, so much stronger, even stronger than I thought you were going to be. You're going to be doing what you want. And, you know, the Hierophant has his ears covered. He doesn't listen to the world. He doesn't listen to what other people think. He listens to what his higher self thinks. He's directed by that and only that, by his higher self. So when you go down this path, you are going to go down this path. It's a very special path I'm seeing. There might be some people who don't understand this path. They don't understand who you're becoming. They don't understand why you're even doing this at all. But you can't help it. Once you're down this path of the Hierophant, you have to go down it. You can't help it. And I think people are going to wonder why you're changing. But really, I think some of these people are actually going to be secretly admiring you, and they're going to be secretly looking up to you, like these monks looking up to this Hierophant, which you can just see their heads in the bottom of the card, in the bottom of the screen on there. So yeah, they're looking up to the Hierophant, and so that's what people are going to secretly be doing. That's what I'm seeing. And but yeah, when you're at this higher point, in your life, you just won't care. You just won't care who likes you and who doesn't like you and who looks up to you and who looks down to you. You really are not going to care. You're going to be on this very special path. It's a very enlightened path, a very, very beautiful path. And I think next year you're going to be doing a lot of things, reading new books, you're going to be watching new kind of videos on YouTube, very special, very spiritual things, listening to kind of music. It might be subliminals, might be that kind of thing. It's really going to set you on this new path, and that is going to put you on this kind of higher level spiritually. Very, very, very beautiful. This is going to happen gradually to you over the next year. That's what I'm seeing.